Aboriginal land acknowledgements are hypocritical virtue signaling by people who would never, ever give away their own home for free to an Aboriginal. They like to pretend the land was stolen, but they themselves are not going to give up their own home or land and give that back to an Aboriginal. I say if it's stolen, give it back. If you're not willing to give it back, don't describe it as stolen. Land acknowledgements do nothing to help Aboriginals on reserves who are facing poverty and unemployment and high rates of suicide, drug addiction, often very corrupt local governments. Land acknowledgements don't do anything to help Aboriginals. Land acknowledgements often refer inaccurately to unceded territories when in fact the treaties that were signed formalized what was already a reality. The French and the British had moved into the land and bringing with them their agriculture, industry, technology, police, courts, military, laws, language, religion, culture. And so the treaties that were signed formalized and recognized the reality of British sovereignty over what is today Canada. So these land acknowledgements that talk about unceded territories are not accurate. We have to remember that Aboriginals have the same human nature as every other people group all around the world. And so when the Europeans arrived in North America, the Aboriginals fought and killed and tortured and enslaved each other in exactly the same way that other people groups on other continents have been doing throughout human history. There's just no need to romanticize what the Aboriginal life and culture was like before the arrival of the Europeans. In April of 2025, Ontario mother Catherine Cronus politely objected to land acknowledgements being read out at the meetings of her parent council, to which she was re-elected in October of 2024. And Catherine Cronus described land acknowledgements as political, controversial, divisive, and inappropriate. She's in line with Supreme Court of Canada ruling in Saguenay, which said that the state has an obligation of neutrality. And in that case, the Supreme Court said that the mayor of the city of Saguenay, Quebec, was not allowed to recite a Roman Catholic prayer at the beginning of council meetings. And we have a similar situation here. A land acknowledgement is not the same as a prayer, but you've got something controversial, political, divisive that is being effectively imposed on everybody who's present at the meeting. So legally, Catherine Cronus's position certainly aligns with what the Supreme Court of Canada has said about state neutrality. A few weeks after she politely objected to land acknowledgements, Catherine Cronus received a letter from the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board informing her that she was banned from attending further school parent council meetings, the same body to which she had been elected. She's just prevented from further attendance based on some alleged misconduct. She had no opportunity to hear the complaint or to respond to it. So the Justice Centre is providing lawyers for Catherine Cronus to defend her rights to procedural fairness, to prevent her from being silenced as an elected member of the parent council, and to protect her freedom of expression. All Canadians have freedom of expression. We've got a lot of it left. Some of it's been taken away, but Canadians need to politely object to land acknowledgements when they're taking place, and we need to push back against this. I'm John Carpay. Thanks for listening.